Hey, I'm so happy you're here. We're going to paint this beautiful floral cross in watercolor. The supply list is on the screen, and as always, feel free to pause the video at any point to take your time and go at your own pace. Get your things together and let's go. First, I'm grabbing my brown watercolor paint, and I'm going to do a simple cross. Now I want this to look as natural as possible, so my lines aren't going to be straight. They're not going to be even. They're going to have bumps. And that's how I want it. So just have fun here. Make sure your horizontal line is on the upper half of the vertical line. Perfect, just like that. And then we're also going to do a little bit of wet on wet technique here. So while this brown paint is still wet, I am going to load up my brush with more brown paint and just drop it in a couple places. And it's going to spread like beautiful watercolor magic. Perfect. Cleaning off your brush, let's get started with the first flowers. You can use whatever color you want, but I'm using yellow, and I'm just pushing my brush completely down flat and dragging it, lifting it up. Super simple. Don't be too worried about it not looking like a perfect flower, because once we have everything down, it will. Trust me. Trust the process and just be loose and have fun. As you're putting your flowers down, try and be mindful of the spacing. Sometimes you want flowers close together. Sometimes you want a little space. Some flowers can be bigger and some smaller. You can obviously do exactly what I'm doing and placing them where I am, or you can use your own creativity. Let's get ready and move on to the next flower. I am doing mine a light pink color. Again, use whatever color you want. This flower is going to look a lot the same, but I'm going to do just 2 petals. And I'm going to start up here at the top and up. The flowers up here are going to be facing downward. So imagine they're hanging down from the top of the ceiling. So they're facing downwards. And then when I do them at the bottom, they're going to be facing up. Moving on to our third flower, I'm doing purple. These flowers are going to be a little bit smaller and they're going to have longer, thinner petals. Now again, the ones up top here are going to be pointing down towards the cross. And then the ones at the bottom are going to be pointing up towards the cross. And again, just being mindful of your space. Where do you have a lot of white space? Put some close to some other flowers. And then also be mindful that we are going to be filling all of this space with leaves. Okay, I like what I have here. I'm going to move on to the stems. I'm grabbing my green and I'm using a really, really light touch to get that thin line. And all of the flowers at the bottom, the stems are going to be coming from the bottom. And then you guessed it, all the flowers at the top are going to be coming from the top. Now I want to work in that white space and create just some leaves. So a stem here with some leaves coming off of it. Now I'm just pushing my brush completely flat on the paper, dragging it slightly and then pulling up lightly. Have the leaves go different directions, some big, some little, and feel free to practice on a scratch piece of paper too. This is a very loose style of watercolor, so it's not meant to be perfect. It's just meant to give you the impression. Now I'm just looking around my paper and I'm seeing the big empty white spaces where I want to add some more of these big leaves. I think I'm going to do one up here, have it come down in a fun direction. Some of these leaves bigger than others. We want some variation in our painting. I'm also going to add some leaves coming from the stems of these flowers. Go ahead and fill your space as much as you'd like. And then when you're done, we're going to add a darker green greenery on top. Not very many, just a couple pieces. All right, so my green paint right here, I am just adding a little bit of dark blue to it. If you don't have that, you can add a little bit of red or a little bit of black, and that will just give you a darker green color. Now for this, I am going to do a stem, just a long skinny stem with these round blobs. That's really all they look like, but they add so much dimension and depth to the painting. So just a round one at the top here, and then on either side going down that stem. I don't want too many of these, maybe 6 or 7 throughout the whole painting. So just be mindful of your spacing as you're figuring out where to put them. Now for the last step of the painting, we're going to work on the details on the flower and the cross. First, I'm going to work on the yellow flowers and work on the center middle part. This is called the pistil of the flower, if you know. And I am adding a little bit of orange color into my yellow watercolor paint there. Now this method is called wet on dry because we are painting wet paint on top of this dry paint. This is one of the many techniques of watercolor. We are just using two of those today, wet on wet and wet on dry. Super simple. Okay, moving on, we are going to do the details on the other two flowers, and I'm just using the paint straight from my palette again, loading up with pink, and I just make a little smudge mark on each one. There is no method to this. By doing this, we are just showing that there is dimension and depth into this painting. Same thing for the purple. I'm grabbing it straight from my palette and just adding a couple little smudge marks on parts of these flowers. Now I'm looking at my yellow flowers and I kind of wish there was more detail on the petals. So after I'm done with the purple, I'm going to go back and get that same orange that I mixed up and lightly do some thin lines coming from the flower petals. I like how that looks. Okay, I like how that look. Okay. All right, I'm liking how that looks better. Now the last step is the cross, and I want to add just a little bit more dimension and depth onto there. So I grabbed a lot of brown onto my brush and I'm just lightly making some random strokes, thin and thick strokes along this cross to give it more of a weathered, worn look. Okay, I thought I was done after this, but I'm actually seeing this blank space up here that I want to add some more greenery to. So I'm going to do that really quick. And that's it. We're done. We did it. This beautiful floral cross painting. If you could please subscribe so I can continue making these free tutorials for you guys. Thank you so much. Bye.